I see. Hello, people coming on. Hi, Instagram. Hi, Facebook. Hi, YouTube. How is everyone today? Where are you logging on from? I got some new glasses. What do you think? Different look, right? Oh, anyway, we're going to talk about love today. There's just so much going on, but I'm just going to focus on love because it's just a more hopeful topic than some of the other stuff that's going on. Wouldn't you agree, Zoe? Yes. Zoe says yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, oh, somebody's in Dubai. Where's everybody else signing on from? I see Chicago in the house. I see Dubai is in the house. I'm going to get to Dubai one of these days. That's like on my to do list of things to do. What do you think about that, Zoe? Should we go to Dubai? Let's go to Dubai. Anyway, I'm waiting for a few more people to come on. England is in the house. Okay, that's good. That's good. Come on, Facebook. Tell me where you're from. Ohio. There you go. Okay. You'll fly me out? Great. I am there. I want to go to Dubai. South Africa is in the house. I'm going to be in South Africa in July with sisters at Rivers, one of my favorite churches in the entire galaxy. They are so amazing. Los Angeles is in the house. I love it. Okay. How is La La Land doing? I hear that everybody's now having unseasonably warm weather. Thank you, global warming. Although I don't know what that spells for us eventually. You know, it's the calm before the storm. Anyway, I've been watching a couple of things on Instagram, and Tega has a hot topic. Does he like you enough to what? To do anything about it. Ooh, that's a big one. Because I think men are confused these days, don't you? They don't know what to do. They don't know if they should open the door or slam it in our face. Women have confused men, and men are just confused, and women are confused. Everybody's just confused, and nobody knows what to do anymore to hold down a relationship. It is a sad state of affairs. But, I think there's hope. There is hope. I believe there's hope. What is your sorry, we're yelling at the dogs. Um, but anyway, does he like you enough? You know, because a lot of times men say, I like you. But what exactly does that mean? Where is that going? Is there an expiration date on the I like you? Or is it just a float on kind of situation? And if it's a float on situation, where are we floating to? A girl needs to know, right? So the thing is that a lot of women kind of just hang on the I like you, hoping that it will turn into something else, right? Oh, Arizona's in the house. Hi.
It is. I like you. Let's just keep hanging out and just hang out just to hang out. Like
hang out just to hang out.
Let's be friends. Like Ninja, I have enough friends. I don't need extra.
Yeah, if they just want to be friends, then you need to treat them like friends.
Yeah, no, but they want friends. They want to be friends and also like now do relationship.
Friends with benefits.
Relationshipy things.
Do relationshipy things. What are relationshipy things that they like to do if though they just want to be friends?
You asking me? Mm-hmm. Oh, let's go out. Mm-hmm. Oh, let's go watch a movie.
But you do that with friends.
I don't need
maybe not as often.
Friends. I have friends that are enough. Mm-hmm. I'm saying like it's in the beginning. It should. I don't even have words. It's like, does he like you enough to do anything about it? That's the question I ask. Like, he likes hanging out with you all the time, and you know that he's not giving off friendship vibes. You can clearly tell that is not friendship vibes at all. But then I don't know if you want to eat cake and have it.
Okay.
Like this happened 3 consecutive times by 3 different people. I'm not talking about me. Okay, before you people start.
Okay, well, let's back up. Let's start at first of all, I believe that if you are in a relationship with someone, you should be friends first. Friendship is where you learn about one another without any pressure. You get to see the person as they really are because there are no expectations. You're just friends, and the person should be their authentic self without trying to impress or win you. Now, how
Zoe,
long that goes on, we don't know. Zoe, do you need to get down? You need to get down. Say goodbye to the people. Say goodbye.
she's got
Okay.
to bye.
Anyway, um,
But mommy, if it's going to be, I think it's a different case where if
call him
maybe
to
you
the
guys,
carpet about the behavior.
what she said.
She said, call him to the carpet about the
Barbie has
behavior.
called all of them to the carpet about
But
this
but
behavior.
should we? Should we call them to the carpet?
Yes.
I think lines have to be drawn. If you feel that your heart is being entangled in the relationship, you need to clarify to them, listen, where is this going? Because my heart is now involved, and I need to know if I need to rein it in or not. Now, if they have no significant answer, then you have a decision to make. Okay, if we're going to just be friends, I need to just step back because my heart is on high idle. So I am going to pull back from this relationship. I will not be seeing
Is a strong word from
well
this thing.
from this whatever it is we're doing. I will not be seeing you as often. You will not be burning up my phone every evening or expecting me to drop what I'm doing and come and run out and hang out with you. Those things don't exist because I'm going to treat you the way I treat the rest of my friends. I remember having this conversation with a guy way back when, because he was like, well, I just want to be friends. I said, okay, that's fine. But then you need to understand that I'm going to treat you like the rest of my friends. He said, well, what does that mean? I said, well, I don't talk to all my friends every day. I don't hang out with them every day. I'm not that available because I'm spread out among several friends.
Even friend is a strong word.
Mm.
I will treat you like the rest of my acquaintances.
Acquaintances.
Because I don't
Ooh,
treat
that's
my-
a real drop.
No, I don't treat my friends like that. I spend time with my friends.
Mhm.
I'm invested in my friends.
Because
They
your
call
friends
me.
are invested in you.
Yes, but then if you want to eat your cake and have it, you go in the acquaintance file, not even the friends file.
Acquaintance file.
Yes.
Everybody got that? Let me see you put in the chat acquaintance file. Whoa, that's deep.
And to be fair, though, women, I'm so sorry.
You have to have discipline to put people in the acquaintance file.
Yes. But to be fair, though, I also think that it's my generation. I don't know about I'm speaking for the millennials.
This is she's off camera, but you hear her, right?
But I'm saying that sometimes some women have made it okay for them to do that.
Well, because a lot of women are holding out against hope that the man's mind will change and the light will come on and he'll smell the coffee and decide, oh, I could have had you as my soulmate all this time. So they're waiting for the guy to come to the realization. But guys don't usually come to the realization without a little help, unless they are intentional men. Now, see, there are different types of men. You need to know that right away. Okay. There are the floaters, and then there are the intentional men. And an intentional man is going to take his time to find out about you to make sure that his intentions are on track. But he's very clear about what he would like to have happen in the relationship, and he's going to respect that. But now, the floater does not respect anything. They are enjoying themselves, and it's all about how they feel. And if they can get away with all the pleasure of life with you without a commitment, they will continue. You will be floating for the next 10 years. And guess what will happen? One day he'll meet somebody that he only knew for a month and marry them after you've put in 10 years. So that needs to let you know that you need to be very clear on what you want to see happen in the relationship. And if it's not going down the river that you want to float down, you need to change boats. It's very annoying.
It is so annoying.
Has anyone out there experienced this? Let me know if you have, because it's a common epidemic. It happens all the time. I actually was having a talk with one of my male friends the other day, who had gone on a trip with a friend. He thought she was just a friend. When they got on the trip, he got invited to do some things, and she got upset because she didn't feel she was getting the attention she should be getting. And I said, well, I said, it's quite obvious that she had different intentions for that trip. He said, but she has a boyfriend, and we had been discussing all her problems with her boyfriend. I said, yeah, and she was planning on pulling the switch on this trip.
Swap it out.
I'm a woman. I know. She was like, oh, yes, if I get him here, then, I can just flip this script and come back with a new boyfriend and dump this old guy. But you didn't cooperate. And so now she's angry. He was like, what? He was just in a state of shock. He just had no idea, which I find hard to believe, but he claims he had no idea. And I had to tell him, listen, you men need to understand that most of your women friends are hanging around hoping that you change your mind one day and want more.
Well,
Because they want more. So they just kind of slide and hang out there. So that being said, this is how men get spoiled, because they've got those people that are willing to float with them. And they expect you to float too. You got that? Mm-hmm. That's what happens. Tell me how you feel about what I'm saying, because this happens a lot. People hold out and hang on and hang around, hoping that one day that person will get up and see the light about them. And it doesn't happen. And at some point, when time goes on, the person gets frustrated, gets angry, lashes out, and the other person is completely like, what just happened? So I think that it's very important to be clear, to be transparent, and be authentic in your relationships. What are your expectations? Don't hang around floating with false expectations and false hopes and things that aren't going to happen. Magical thinking. I call it magical thinking. Lanre Olushola and I will be doing a show called Love, the Science, and the Spirit, talking about all these topics. I love talking about relationships. It's never ending. There's always a new thing, right? Oh, but did you see the other day there was a post, and this guy was saying, you should love the person that you are interested in should love God more than they love you. That way they will always treat you right, or something like that. Do you remember what it is? Can you pull it up? That's what he said. And you should have seen the excuses from people who are supposed to be Christians. Well, but if we are with them, aren't we showing them the love of God? And then they'll just, no, that's missionary dating. Okay. That's what that is. That's missionary dating. And we're not told to evangelize for love. We're told to evangelize for Christ. There's a difference. What is your motivation for winning them to Christ? Winning them to you? So it's really about you. It's not about Christ. Okay. That's supposed to make you feel better about your alignment. But the bottom line is no one should come to the Lord because of you. Not in that state, in that essence, I should say.
But can't it happen though?
It can, but it rarely does. Usually people end up compromising their stand with and their faith versus the other person actually coming to Christ. They might come to Christ later. It happens, but it's not an overwhelming majority, Tega. I've watched this play out so much.
You've been burned?
And I've been burned myself personally, okay? This is an experienced missionary dater here. It doesn't usually. You end up either compromising or finally they just get tired. If you're sticking to your square in Jesus, they get tired and go away.
What?
Or what?
I'm just
this whole should win. No, that's not why you date somebody. Then just be their friend and be a Christian in front of them. And if they get it right finally, then you can consider that. But for the most part, if you compromise yourself, you lose their respect, number one. And then it's, Another Christian bites the dust. That's what happens.
Then
Everybody's quiet in the room today. They're like, mm.
but yeah, no. It may
It
happen.
says, be not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. Now, what are unbelievers? Are they people that know about Jesus? They don't know Jesus. So they have a completely different set of morals and standards. So you're going to be arguing about a lot of things if this person is not submitted to Christ. You understand? Oh, okay. Yeah. So the thing that you've got to understand and know is if they're not if they're not in a relationship with God, like you're in a relationship with God, you're going to butt heads on some key issues. And how can two walk together except they be in agreement? That's what the word says. So, I mean, you're going to get into issues about a lot of things. Lifestyle issues, spiritual issues, financial issues, spiritual issues. After a while, it's just too much. Don't you want to get up in the morning and be able to say, God told me so, and the person actually knows what you're talking about? What is this saying? What is this saying? Walking while I wasn't going into 20. I was done. Done. We in the ninth inning and we go into overtime. First marriage for him, second for me. I agree with everything you said. I'm still in awe. I never thought he was going to marry me, but he did. We had a beautiful wedding, planned a wedding in 3 weeks. I'm 49, he's 60. See there? She said she was with this guy for 11 years. She was walking away. She wasn't,
You walked away soon.
yeah. I'm going to tell you, my mother told my dad,
It's nice knowing you.
it's nice knowing you. And he was like, what? And she said, I never date a man for over a year. He should know what he wants to do by then. So it's been really nice knowing you, but I'm moving on. He said, no, we're getting married. That's what we're doing. And so 60 years later, they're still together. So I think that men just need a little help sometimes to be perfect. Yes, they do.
But wait first. Your mom said it's been nice knowing you, and they were dating. Okay, so it wasn't some random guy.
Yeah,
it was her boyfriend. Okay, she said, it's been nice knowing you, and it's like, oh no, baby, I'm marrying you.
We're marrying.
But
yes.
He dated her. My frustration is
when they float on, and you can't even get to the commitment of saying that we are an official couple dating, trying this out. Well, okay, let me back up though, because I do say dating is not for mating, it is for collecting data. So after you've collected the data, you move into courtship. Okay. So, dating for me is hands off. You're learning about the person. You've got options. Okay. Now, somewhere along the way, you decide, I know this person well enough to know this is where I want to spend my time. So then we discuss, are we entering into courtship? Now, court is a very interesting word. It's where everybody lays out their case and a judgment is made on what's going to happen to the person in the courtroom. Okay. So courting is about checking out all the other fine details leading up to a decision. A judgment has to be made on the relationship. Are you going to marry or are you going to go separate ways? Nobody should be dating anybody for 11 years. What if he had gone the other way after you said, I'm done? Good God. Do you know how many women move into homes with men and live with them for years? And then that man dies and their kids come and kick them out and they walk away with nothing? Think about it this way. It's your life. How are you going to invest in your own personal security? What do I think about older women, younger men? Honestly? Well, my dad is 7 years younger than my mom, so I grew up in the cougar culture, okay? But I grew up in cougar country, and I've been a cougar,
Oh my God, Mommy!
I have dated, most of the men I've dated have been younger than me. Men my age and older usually don't even talk to me. They don't give me the time of day. I don't know why, but they don't. So I've dealt with the options that have been dealt to me. And it just really, age is a number. In some cases, I was younger than the younger men I was dating mentally, So I think that there are some
Wait,
very,
age is a number, but I think it depends on the age time.
well, it depends on a lot of stuff. I saw this interesting story on Instagram today. The woman was 45, the guy was 29. He chased her and chased her. She finally gave in. They had this hot, passionate, amazing relationship. And, they were like together for years and everything, but his eyes would light up every time he saw children. So she finally asked him, "Do you want to have children?" And he said, "Yes." And you could just tell that this was like just something in his heart. And she knew on that day that she had to leave him because she was past, well, it's interesting because women are having babies now at 50, and
No,
that would
wa-
not be me. But she didn't want to have any more
she
children.
already
She
had her
already had
children.
2 children that were grown. So she decided to let him go because she loved him enough to release him to have the joy of having children. And it was very hard. And for the next 3 years, they went up and down and back and forth. And it just sounded so painful. And, she finally introduced him to someone and disappeared. I mean, she blocked his number and everything. And then some years later, 10 years later, right? They finally contacted each other, and she got a chance to see this beautiful daughter that he had had with this woman. So it depends really on seasons, what those people want. Every young man is not interested in having kids. If he is, and you're older and you can't have children, you're not interested in having children, then it's unfair because everyone lives this life down here this one time before we go to eternity. And so, I don't believe in putting people in bondage from the things that they've been dreaming about. So in some cases, and you have to know that. I mean, I dated a younger guy, and he was really into me, and I said, "Do you want to have kids? Because that's not going to be happening here." And it was that same thing. I mean, we had to make that decision because I wasn't having any kids. I'm past that. So older women, younger men, I think that it
Sometimes
can
kids.
work beautifully, but you need to be very clear on what you both want and not rob each other of those things.
Sometimes kids. In my instance,
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was just the age timing that was the problem. Because
Mm-hmm.
was I in my 30s yet? I was in my late 20s, and he was in his early 20s,
Mm-hmm.
and I was already at a time where I knew what I was. I mean, I had a clue about what I was going to do with my life.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he did it, which was fair. I mean, he's a
Yeah,
kid.
exactly.
Like, oh God. But I think sometimes it's every time I think about it, I'm like, maybe if I was in my 40s and he was in his 30s, it may have been a different case. But then that's what I think. Sometimes it's not just kids. Sometimes it's just the age gap or the age around the age timing.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe older, younger. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it depends on the season of life you're in.
Yeah.
And
But 30s, 20s don't work, girl. I'm telling you.
well, when I was there, I went out with younger guys too, and it was fine actually. Actually, it was better then because I still could have kids, but other things just didn't match up.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying. The other things, they're like children. They want to play PS5 all the time. Not that,
well, not
that
all of them.
Grown men don't want to play PS5, but grown men play PS5. They have jobs. He just want to play PS5 all the time. With
That's one guy, Tega.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Because I'm sorry, I know some younger men that don't play PS5 and wasn't interested in that at all. So it really is a very individual call. Like okay, so you're willing to try for children. He's 17 years younger. If all the boxes check off for you, and he's got a job, go for it. Because you know what? Oh, I'm not gonna get into a biology lesson on here about.
But go for it.
But
even if he doesn't have a job and you have the job, and he's gonna be a stay-at-home dad, and he's gonna be like the daddy, homie dad, and that works for you, girl.
But he might have. She said all the boxes checked, so I'm assuming he's got a job, and that he's doing quite well at what he's doing because she's 50, and when we're 50, we don't have time for potential or projects. Okay. We're looking for real partners, right? So I think it's okay. I mean, if you've got peace about it, that's the thing. Have peace about it. What are your friends saying about it? I mean, if they've met this guy and they think he's a solid guy, there you go. You've already been laying hands on your womb. Okay, he's extremely successful. Okay.
There you go.
There you go. You go, girl. You go and do that thing
Age.
then, okay?
Aliyah said age and
Hey.
nothing but a number.
And plus, you know, they're doing IVF and everything else. And don't rule out adoption. I don't know why people are so against adoption. You know, adoption to me is God's economy for when you can't bear a child yourself. And it gives him people that he can place in the lives of little children who need parents. And that can be so rewarding. You haven't told anyone. Oh, okay. Well, you need to air it out because sometimes other people see things that you don't see. So I think it's important for someone to know when people keep secrets, it's dangerous ground. Okay. So that's my only thing I would say to you is you do need to expose him to your friends because is this, you know, what type of relationship are you having that you're not interacting with others, you know, but keep it within your group of people that really love you because, you know, there's some folks that are just haters for the sake of being haters and those are not your friends. So make sure that you're exposing him to your friends so that you get a clear vision. I mean, because your friends, again, honey, they don't have on the rose-colored glasses, okay? They're going to tell you what's up and what it is in a moment, okay? That's very, very important. Mm-hmm. They will tell you. So for me, it's very important that the man has a relationship with God, period. Because I'm not getting into arguments at this point in my life about, you know, the things that God tells me to do or, you know, revelation of who he is and what his word says and how I'm going to live my life. So I need a godly man. I need a man that's got character and integrity. I want a faithful man. Okay. Because I'm not one that's going to sit around and let you just run all over high heaven and think I'm staying. I'm not staying. Jesus or no Jesus, I'm not staying. Okay. I'm not. Maybe that's why I'm still single because there's just stuff I just will not put up with. I believe your relationship should be your oasis. No drama, you know, because life is going to happen already, right? But unnecessary drama, I think that you should be making his world an amazing place where he looks forward to seeing you. And I want him to make me look forward to seeing him. You know, I want him to be my best friend. I want him to be someone that loves God, loves his mother. Hey, those men that love their mothers and widows, those are the best men right there. It's true. They treat women well. I'm just telling you. So, you know, when they got mommy issues, they're going to have issues with you because they're going to put that stuff on you. They're going to see you through that lens and you're going to have issues. Oh, I had a boyfriend like that. Oh my goodness, he had all these issues with his mother. And the mother was just the sweetest woman. I got to know her very well. And actually, I got rid of him and kept her. We're still close. But, you know, it's just, these are the things that you take the time in friendship to watch for. And, yes, these are the things that you take the time to look at. And what's this Wednesday show? Okay. You know, take the time because as my mentor, Bunny Wilson, always said, patience is the tool that uncovers deceit. So take your time. There's no rush. You've been by yourself this long. Do you have to just like jump into something tomorrow? No. Take your time, get to learn about the person. Enjoy those moments of no pressure, no expectations, and get to know one another. I think it's a great place to be in. And then if you feel like your heart starts going, then you need to be honest about that and see where they're at. Clock in with them, see where they're at. And if they're nowhere, then you ain't nowhere. Okay? Don't sit around hoping.
Stop. Don't sit around. Don't no.
She's a little triggered on this conversation. Can you tell? She's like totally passionate about it. I'm trying to have a laid back discussion about the thing. And she's, you know, okay.
Obviously, I'm upset.
She's a little upset and frustrated. Can you tell? Just tell us how you really feel, Tega.
Yeah,
anyway,
what mommy said, I was upset. I was like, obviously, I'm angry. She's like, oh, this is a good discussion for life.
Yes, it's a great discussion for a life.
In the middle of my anger.
In the middle of her anger. So anyway, so as I shut this down, you know, does he love you enough? Does he like you enough to do right by you? That is the question. Because a lot of people will like you, just not enough. A lot of people will love you, but just not enough to love you the way that you want to be loved. And you've got to be kind to yourself and know if that's conducive to your peace and your joy and make a decision. That's all I've got to say. Now I've got to do a very shameless plug for my Diva conference, which is being held in Atlanta, April 27th and 28th. My special guest is going to be Shirley Ralph. You're going to be getting free autographed books and all kinds of good stuff. We're going to have a night of music and real talk and Q&A and networking. It's going to be amazing. And then all day Saturday, I'm going to have a hands-on intensive workshop with you, touching on things like life balance, dealing with your self-esteem, emotional intelligence. We're going to have a panel on the power of resilience and reinvention. It's going to be amazing. I'm not coming to New York, but you can meet
my
me.
City. You're coming to my city.
Oh, great, 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 great. Okay, Donna, these glasses, obviously, they're not for reading. They're just for being cute. I'm just going to confess. No, actually, they're for distance. I need the other kind for reading. So, yes, Donna, come to the conference. It will be the 26th and the 27th, as I said, in Atlanta, and it will be May 3rd and 4th in Chicago. So you can log on to my website. You can log on to thedivaprinciple.net. Should I do it? Okay. Where is it? You know, once I touch the computer, it's over. You see? Anyway, I shouldn't touch it. I didn't do it. It was not my technical snafu, okay? Um, thedivaprinciple.net. You can sign up there. It's okay. Just go to my website at michellehammond.com or thedivaprinciple.net to sign up for the conference. Okay, Tega is putting the link in the chat. So you can sign up to meet me in Atlanta. It's going to be a powerful and transformational weekend. It always is when the divas come together. Okay, we've got Sharia Jackson on the panel. We've got Stacy Speller, who's a relationship expert, and Sharia used to work at Essence Magazine, and she's really good about branding and all that kind of stuff. So and then Jocelyn Jones is a trauma expert. And Valencia Montgomery is a neuropsychologist. We've got some really amazing women that are going to be on the panel sharing with you. And I am going to be, like I say, taking you through an intensive, interactive workshop for most of the day. We're going to have a time of worship and praise. And I'm going to do a little mini concert for you. It's going to be an amazing weekend. So whether you're in Atlanta, Chicago, or surrounding cities, you can come in. When you go to the website, you'll see I've listed hotels that are close to where we're going to be. So there's no excuse for you not to come. Make it a girl trip. Get your friend. Jump in the car. Jump on the plane. Get away for the weekend. You know, those times are invest in yourself. That's the way I'm going to put it. Invest in yourself. I'm going to be celebrating the relaunch of my book, The Diva Principle, which was a bestseller years ago. And we've expanded it and added some additional information as a refresher. So many women have told me that book was like their Bible. I don't want it to be your Bible, but I'm glad that I've been able to be able to guide you through some things in life. So I'm really looking forward to relaunching that book, seeing you, hugging you. I will be very accessible. I'm not one of those people be up on the stage and you can't touch me and talk to me. No, no, no. I will be very accessible. I'm even going to have some of my fashion line that I've created in Ghana, West Africa. So yes, we're going to have a little bit of shopping. Got to have some shopping therapy. You can't just come and just, fluff yourself up spiritually and emotionally. Got to do some stuff for yourself physically too. We're going to have a great lunch, diva gift bag. So there's a lot of goodies and things to look forward to. Make sure that you sign up. Anything else I'm supposed to be telling them about? Oh, a new music. Yes, music. Okay. You know, I have a music ministry called Relevance, right? And we are streaming. We have a new project called Rock for the Rock. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, wherever you are. It was so cool. I was in the house. I was at my parents in Chicago, right? And I said, Alexa, play Rock for the Rock. And it came on. And my father was like, wow. And my mom was just so tickled. So it's pretty cool, you know, to just be able to just stream that way. So a Rock for the Rock is one project, and Easter's around the corner. So we released our Easter project, which is For Love's Sake. And both of them are streaming. So, you know, make those algorithms work for us. Help make that something that becomes viral as well by just clicking and listening to the streams. Streams don't cost anything these days. That's not good for artists, but it's good for you. So, you know, make sure that you tap into all of these amazing things. You can pre-order the Diva Principle on Amazon.com, ChristianBook.com, any of the places that you buy books online. I am working on the audio version of that now. So yes, there will be audio. Um, yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time in life. It's a good time to dream about the future. Make some vision notes for yourself. I always say the Bible says, write the vision and make it plain, so that others may run with it. So here's wishing you life, love, joy, peace, and all the things that God wills for you. And I will talk with you soon. Okay, love you.